do you mean in Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia has the most influence in the Islamic world. So how come Saudi Arabia isn't able to stop? Because Saudi Arabia, aren't they aligned with Israel? Or no? That's
no, I think they have mutual economic interest. I wouldn't say they completely align.
Are they aligned, or am I proving my own ignorance? Did Norm leave?
No, I think that mutual.
Notice how Norm left when he was no longer the center of attention.
Mutual economic and security interests. That's what I would say.
Am I wrong to assume that should I Google this?
Wait, do you think that Norm left because this room's a fucking waste of time?
Possibly.
Maybe he found a better place to get his dopamine. Aziz, your dopamine creation is running thin. Lou Jizz Tickles, welcome to the barbecue. Would you like to join this roast?
Sure, why not? Let's talk about AI.
Yes, if there was an AI bot created to mirror Aziz, what do you think the IQ, collectively, of course, of that AI bot would be?
Stop typing and asking me questions. I have yet to answer the first one.
I mean, just going back to Zach's question, when he asked me, he made the...
And don't interrupt me, because I'm not going to be able to get my point across if you keep interrupting me. So I'm going to waste everybody's time now for the next 10 minutes telling you all how you've interrupted me. Thank you very little.
Thank you. So yeah, let's go back to Zach's question.
So just stop interrupting and let me get my point off.
Right, so yeah, like I was saying before I was really interrupted.
Such a waste of fucking time, mate. If you keep interrupting me, I'm never going to be able to get my point across and reply to Zach.
Right, well, Zach asked me, well, he made the assumption that Iran is in control of the Islamic world. You know, this is a common misconception. He obviously doesn't understand Islamic geopolitics very well, so I had to enlighten and remind him that the Shia-Sunni divide is very self-evident and very prevalent throughout the world. So it's not something, they're not monoliths. Even within the states that disagree, they are not.
They're not a monolith?
They're not a monolith. And so...
Like the monolith from Stanley Kubrick's film when all the monkeys are jerking off in front of the monolith?
Well, my question is, if there's such a divide between Sunni and Shia, then why is Iran giving, money and weapons to Hamas and Hezbollah because they're Sunni and Shia? So where's the divide? Where's the divide if they're both getting support?
So, I mean, Hezbollah are Shia, Hamas are Sunni. But what you're seeing here, I mean, people ask me...
But where's the divide? Where's the divide that you said that Iran has between those two?
Well, you have to remember, this is...
Oh, I have to remember. I was there. I don't have to remember. I lived it.
Right. I'll explain though, right? Sometimes what happens is when you have mutual economic or political interests, you find yourself aligning with parties that may not completely align with your, morals or whatever it may be. And it's just out of necessity.
The enemy of my enemy is now my friend.
It's a political arrangement.
So what you're saying is because Iran considers, Israel and America to be the enemy, the enemy of the enemy can now be friends. So the Sunni and the Shia divide no longer exists because they have a mutual enemy named Israel and America.
Yes, somewhat, yeah. Pretty much.
So now you're going back and saying Iran does influence Islam, and it's not because they don't, because there's a Sunni and Shia divide. You're saying that the Sunni and Shia divide doesn't, actually exist anymore, whenever there's a mutual, enemy. Because you said an enemy of my enemy is now my friend, so Sunni and Shia get along underneath Iranian, funding because of Israel and America.
No.
You just admitted that.
No. I said that when you have mutual economic and political interests, you find yourself aligning with other parties that may not completely align with your thought process. You said, you say that the enemy of your enemy is your friend, and I said somewhat. But that isn't what I said. That's what you said.
Well, simplify it down to terms that make sense. If Sunnis and Shia are getting along under Iran's financial guidance,
let me make it.
What does it become? Why are they getting along?
Let me make it really simple.
Why are they getting along? I don't need you to ask me a question when I ask you a question. Answer my question. Why are they getting along under the financial guise of Iran through proxy wars against Israel? Why?
Well, because Iran has been dealing with America and Israel for this isn't new. This goes back to Mossack there. This goes back to the Shah of Iran. These are not new contexts.
You're not answering the question.
No, well, I'm answering the question, and I'll get there. It's a bit of a precursor to my answer, if you just allow me.
Why are you gonna be so fucking long-winded with your stupid fucking answers?
If you don't let him respond, he's got to tell you that you've interrupted him and he can't get his point across.
This is the problem with America.
This is the problem.
What? The fact that we know how to communicate effectively and concisely without running in long diatribes and run-on sentences?
I can help you with these. When the question is why, the answer begins with because.
You left.
Yeah. He doesn't do very well on these sorts of things.
No, I kicked him because he couldn't get his point across and he kept getting interrupted.
Oh, I don't kick anybody. I'll never do that.
No, I kicked him. I can't do this. It's 911 right now, and unfortunately, I'd like to be productive today instead of wasting my time talking to Aziz.
Oh, did I miss the show?
Oh, Julian, you're another little faggot. Welcome to the room. I hate to use the F word, but you really are a little stinker, Julian. So, Julian, what do you think about this newest assassination in Minnesota? Tim Walz's appointee who executed a Democrat. Does this remind you of Mangione, your lover boy that you want to see, spared and freed and glorified as a murderous hero because everybody deserves Medicare, Medicaid dollars?
Are you asking what I think of the murder of the Democratic Congressman, her husband?
I'm asking you, do you think it reminds you of the Mangione assassination?
I think they're two separate events.
No shit, Sherlock. Does it remind you is what he said?
And that was my answer.
Separate events. Okay, thank you, Stinker.
Oh. That's like, hey, does 2 + 2 = 4? Yeah, well, does it remind you of 1 + 3 = 4? They're like, yeah, but they're just two different things.
I mean, are they not?
That's not the question.
Well, I mean, that was the question.
Does it remind you is the question.
Well, they're two separate events, like they're, one was...
But does it remind you?
Further, and one
yes
was...
or no?
And
all there is yes or no.
The other one was
yes or no.
A hit type
Julian, dude, honestly, I have you listed as a friend, and I'm very picky with my people that I fucking let be my friends. But, dude, if you can't answer yes or no on a simple fucking question, bro...
What's the question?
I swear to Jesus, man.
I swear to Jesus, leave him out of this.
Well, and Mary and Joseph and all the apostles too.
There's no point. You can't get through Julian. His brain is dense, thick. There's no penetrating. It's it's Julian.
It's very wrinkly.
It's parasite infected from all the butt play that he does.
Really? You can get a parasitic infection from butt play?
Dude, yeah, monkeypox. You ain't never heard of it?
So El Normo, maybe we could create a Tanya reading room.
By the way. Hey, Lou. What's up? Not much. I'm so confused. Doc, you asked me to answer yes or no, but what was even the question?
Julian, why don't you try to repeat back the question to me? I'm going to say it to you one more time. Does the Tim Walz appointee's assassination remind you of the Mangione assassination in any way? Before you answer the question, repeat the question back to me. Go ahead.
No.
Okay, never mind. I'm kicking you from the room, and I hope you have a great Sunday. I'm kicking you so you can be more productive this morning.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta call my dad. So El Normo, now that you have that Tanya, maybe we could do like a morning meditation, morning Tanya room, so we can enter the day in peace. Is he gone?
Yeah, it's only you, Zen, and Lou, and myself.
Oh wow.
And then Regina was in here now as, your other cap Doge.
Oh well. How the fuck is my Doge account in here? I got another room open with the Doge account. Oh well. C'est la vie.
I ain't worried about it.
What are you doing today, gentlemen?
I was about to go skip run day because it's Sunday, but I decided to go run anyway. I'm probably going to go grocery shopping here in about maybe an hour or so. Stock up on some supplies. Sunday's a good day to go go grocery shopping. That's when you get to see all the really fine toothless bitches.
What's the nearest Whole Foods to where you live, Doc?
A Whole Foods?
Yeah.
100 miles?
Oh, damn. That's where, the rich, beautiful women go to.
No, we got the Piggly Wiggly. They ain't got no teeth, but they know how to suck dick really good. You ever get you a velvet rub?
I was watching some kind of YouTube video about, I don't know if it's Doc Holliday, but who was that character that Val Kilmer played where he's like...
That's Doc Holliday. He's from where I'm from.
Yeah.
Valdosta, Georgia.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
He was a
like,
dentist.
damn. I was like, maybe
I
Doc is...
drive by his house like once a month.
Yeah. Very interesting history.
His old house where he did his dental practice is still there. Yeah.
I was thinking maybe you're the reincarnation of him. Will you be my... I'll be your Huckleberry. What does that even mean?
Like Huckleberry Finn, the book.
Yeah, but like, why is that like just come off as being strange? The guy's looking for a fight.
Well, you have to listen. You have to listen to the beginning of the conversation when they start speaking Latin to each other, and you gotta figure out what the Latin definitions are when they're speaking Latin to each other, and you'll understand.
Got it. Okay.
But they're making references across many books.
Hey, I think on Friday or Thursday, I recommended a play that we could read on Clubhouse. I think it'd be pretty cool to do some reading plays in theater because
I'm not really.
A whole group of people, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do it, you gotta pick a really good Greek tragedy.
What was it again that you wanted to? What was the?
It's No Exit, which is sort of parallels what this the experience on Clubhouse is. And I think it's by Sitar.
Second to last. Life is good. Happy Father's Day to all. Whether you have children or not, you have a father. Yes, hi. Thank you.
What's the breakthrough in AI? I haven't been able to, keep up recently because I've been working from 9 to 5 every day, so I don't have much time to sit and study recently. Apple released this new paper that kind of that and a few years ago but Joss, I think they looked at that. These are so far behind in this race. That's not my thoughts. This race is
Cursive into text.
Yeah, I used to have a profile photo on Clubhouse that was in cursive, which said N-words can't read this. But it said this. So like I go into like black rooms and they wouldn't read it. They wouldn't even care me. It's like, wow, okay, sweet. they don't know how to read cursive. Crazy.
You're doing a really good job with the federal government right now.
Comedies
The Library of Congress
has killed
a lot of books that are cursive, from way back when.
Later, the remaining Quran is relevant to the question whether Israel has killed or not killed the negotiators.
So the leader of the Iranian genocide regime is alive, and they have refused to limit their development of nuclear weapons, and they have continued to create terror. They're the world's foremost sponsor of terror, and they have not made the decision to stop fomenting terror throughout the world and killing hundreds of thousands of people, mostly Muslims, mostly Arabs.
We have a binary question in our hand, and then Laura is talking
If you couldn't make an argument, I decided to make one. If you couldn't make an argument, Philip, I decided to make one, which is that Iran is the world's foremost sponsor of terror.
This is very easy.
Wait, I'm making the argument now.
No, I'm seriously, you're interrupting him consistently. Let him finish talking.
Okay, make an argument, Philip, and then I'll respond. Make an argument, I'll respond.
It's okay, I'm just move.
Make an argument
on the same thing. My argument is whether Israel has killed negotiators.
That's not an argument. That's a statement of the fact. Make an argument.
Has Israel killed the negotiators?
Okay, are you done now with your argument?
A binary. No, it's.
So Iran has refused to stop fomenting terror.
No, we're going to stay on this.
Philip, 1 second. The mods, they're in the chat. There's a lot of people asking to come up. And I think Patty or First Lady, are you guys here? There's about 3 people.
Oh, yeah. I'm here. There's 6 people.
Okay.
Thank you for
You're welcome. Philip, I just wanted to, I sent the link in the chat. It's all the way up now. But it is a strategic partner.
It is, but there isn't a defense agreement. Or mutual defense agreement. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
No.
Oh.
Damn, they kicked me from the room. That's a big accomplishment. You think you're unique? Me upset?
we're gonna have
sciopero. Questa sai che è pochissimo, ma
the concept of that's being, I think most of the times we talk about the kind of sort of buzzwords or whatever the press, particular channels are putting out when we're having these conversations without doing additional research. So the thought of indoctrination at college level, these are adults that are learning studies that they think they're not being courses to take and selectives. So there's not really indoctrination happening.